the Rikishi Fatu Off the Top podcast. Let's go. Rikishi Fatu, all y'all ready? We the ones. Keep it locked on the Rikishi Fatu podcast. Off the Top. We gon' talk about everything wrestling, everything hip hop. Keep it locked. It's time to smarten up.
As always, Big Kish, good to see you.
Man, what's happening, my man? Always good to see you, man.
Look, we come back, and look, we are gifted sake straight from Japan, man. This is awesome. Thank you, Frank, the producer, Frank Beware.
Man, look at here, man. I can't even tell you the last time I had some real sake from Japan. And this like the real deal here, man. I like to drink this warm, you know. You drink it warm? Oh, you don't drink it now? Okay, wow. Well, there you go.
Well, KAMPAI, thank you so much,
I appreciate
man.
you,
I really appreciate that, Frank.
Much love. Much love, Frank.
Well, it is the holidays. Happy holidays, Big Kish.
Likewise.
You know what would be perfect this holiday season?
What's that?
Is the brand new WWE Elite Series 9 Monday Night War action figure, Make a Difference, Fatu. That figure is awesome. Have you seen one in hand?
Oh yeah, well they can't stay stocked up in there in Walmart.
You can't see one. So right now it is skyrocketing on eBay. But man, that is an awesome figure.
No, for real, man. Are you saying that? Just
I mean it. I mean it.
You really?
I mean it. They're skyrocketing on eBay. They're well above.
I mean, just all those colors kind of remind me of Doink the Clown.
No, you know what it is? It's very 90s.
But I'll tell you what, you see that jacket.
Absolutely.
The jacket that came with, so that was real leather coat. And big shout out to Terry Anderson, you know, the seamstress that's been there for 20 or 30 something years. Mm-hmm. She was the one that always made all my gear. But anyhow, you remember that salt and pepper Push It?
Absolutely.
Right? So that jacket there that they used to have, I was trying to come up with something cool like that, but mine would be the 3/4 length.
Okay.
You know, and so by the time we got through with it wasn't nowhere close from Salt and Peppers, right? But I mean, the colors was there, so I guess we did all right.
There's a little tidbit, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Salt and Pepper actually inspired that jacket.
Yeah, absolutely. My gear.
Wow. There's a little something.
And guess what? I even wore that jacket like to a lot of my personal appearance. Sometimes I would wear it like, when I...
Where's that jacket at now?
I still got it.
Whoa.
I still got that jacket.
WWE treasures, holla.
Yeah, but they better holler with a big bag. That's what I'm saying,
The coupe.
Well, you say, baby needs shoes.
Let me ask you something.
No grandkids need shoes now.
Big Kish.
Yeah.
So you've now, with the Fatu figure out there on the shelves right now, ladies and gentlemen, head up to your local, Walmart, Target? There's Walmart. There it is. Head over to your local Walmart, grab that figure. That right there, you have pretty much every figure that represents your career out that's been released. Your the Head Shrinker Fatu, Make a Difference Fatu, Kishi the Sultan. Is there any action figure that they came up to you and presented to you that didn't make the line that you could think back to?
No, well, pretty much not. They pretty much got every character that I played during my career. So, yeah, it's funny how things work, man. Because back in the day, you trying to find that character that sticks, right? And for me, it was like, just switching this character. And it became like, damn. Let's just try this character now, damn, let's try this character. Mm-hmm. But fast forward 25 years later, all these character now, I'm getting paid for it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I didn't make the payoff in the beginning, but now, 20-something years later, man, it feels good to have paychecks coming from different characters. So
that's awesome.
So I want to thank all the fans for out there continuously supporting your boy Kishi, man. Like all the action figures that comes out, all the Comic-Cons when I'm signing a personal appearance here and there, those are most of the time is what they bring for me to sign. It's an action figure that they used to have, or action figure that they just got, but they just never got a chance to meet me to be able to sign. So I'm very grateful, very thankful, for a lot of the fans to continue to support your boy in that area.
Yes, sir. If you can speak on it, do you have any future action figures in the works that you can talk about, that you can mention?
Well, yeah, and that's all I can give you.
There it is. That's all we need. That's all we need, Big Kish. That's all we need. Yeah. One more question about action figures. Growing up,
remember now, I got a lot of kids now in the business.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
so is that a little Easter egg right there? Was that a little hint? Okay. I pick up what you're laying down.
I mean, if it's just something that you would think,
right?
You would think the fans would, but we'll see.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. Absolutely.
Let me ask you this: one more question about action figures. Growing up, were you an action figure guy? Did you play with action figures? Do you have a favorite action figure that you can remember right now?
Hell no.
No. See, where were you?
Hell no. They played on. You remember when they had the green gumbo?
Yes, gumbo. Yes, of course. Yeah.
Those were our action figures.
No, Gumby.
You remember Gumby?
Yeah, Gumby.
You remember those green soldiers?
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? You buy the pack and then you got like about 20 of them in there.
Yeah.
And you just sitting there playing. That was it.
Okay, there you go. All right. I heard a rumor a long time ago somewhere that you were a Marvel guy, that you liked comic books.
Well, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I do. But I never really got those type of action figures back in the day. Some of my friends that go to school, they would bring their comic books. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And for me, I was like a cartoon guy. I would watch one of my favorite dudes was Popeye. Okay. I couldn't wait for Popeye to open that damn spinach and whoop Bluto's ass. You know what I mean? So it was always something like physicality, right?
Yeah, right.
But when I watched the comic book, when they bring the comic book, it's like you watching the cartoons, man. You just seeing it. You kind of, without even reading the subtitles, just looking at the artwork, you can kind of see where that finish is going. So yeah, man, I didn't really get into the action figures till really, during my career, where I would, get them for my kids or my grandkids today and so forth. But I was more like a Nintendo 64 type of guy.
Gamer, there it is.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that NBA Jam.
There it is.
That's what Frank said, hell yeah.
We're going to transition from action figures to gangster rap. So, Big Kish. Right now, are you familiar with the rapper The Game?
Yeah.
So The Game, actually, he went on a podcast not too long ago. He basically said he's the best rapper out of Compton. Now, man, as we all know, there are a lot of big names out of Compton. Let's go. Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, DJ Quick, DJ Mustard, MC8. Jesus, I know there's
a lot of them.
So, in your mind, in your opinion, who do you think the greatest rapper? Eazy? Did I say Eazy? I hope I did. Who do you think the greatest rapper that come out of Compton is?
You know what, man? I'm just I gotta go with my instinct and the GOAT, the guy that I listen to all the time. I listen to all those cats who you just mentioned, but for me there was always that clear message, behind the lyrics was the GOAT, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube's from Compton. Damn it,
you know what I mean? So I gotta go with Ice Cube.
Wow.
And big shout out to those that he carried. A lot of times you traveling late at night, going to you're leaving the building and so forth. You got that 3-hour drive to the next town. Sometimes you listen to certain music that kind of hits you in a way to where it makes you really think. You know what I mean? So his lyrics carried weight with me back in the day. And then there was another cat who was just funky. I mean, when I hear his music, he really make my feet want to move all the time. And I had to, big shout out to the DOC himself.
Oh, yeah, also from Compton.
You know what I mean? Because he just got a different type of flow, and that's the reason why, when I did the past album with me, Frank, and Michael, those are one of the sample beats that I sent those to be able to, Frank, to be able to kind of mix that up so we can throw something on, because I'm just a big fan of those DOC. So, yeah, so to answer your question, number one, I got to go with Ice Cube, and then number two, I got to go with DOC.
Wow, there it is. Two greats.
No disrespect to the rest of the rappers out there, y'all. Y'all are all goats in your own right.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So now we're gonna talk some wrestling. Big Kish. Solo has had a very busy last few weeks here in the WWE. First of all, to bring you up to speed, last SmackDown, man, there was a big brawl with the MTFs and the Wyatt Sicks group. So now we're getting to finally see this. And this happened after Survivor Series. I wish we could have seen it for Survivor Series, but it happened after. Big brawl between the Wyatt Sicks and the MFTs. And, man, to come out of this, we got a really good promo from Solo. And he told Bo Dallas, and he trolled him, too, so bad. It was hilarious. But this is what your son, Solo, told...
is that word for word? Or
yes, sir. This is a word for word. This is what he told Uncle Howdy. Everything that is his, Bray Wyatt's, that's now yours will become mine. I'm going to take everything away from you. I'm going to take away everything that you love, all the memories, and I'm going to show everything in this world that you do not deserve the name Wyatt. I'm going to take it away because I can, because all I have to do is leave. He ended it with that.
Damn, Solo.
Right?
That was like some shooting words there, man.
Man, I just think he's just elevating. What do you think about his character, where it's at now? We're seeing good stuff.
I think he's in that comfort zone now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Solo found himself, you know what I mean? Just, it's nice to be able to let Solo be Solo. I mean, I didn't hear that promo, but damn, you know what I mean? I mean, if he came up with that one, that's a pretty good one.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think it's kind of nice, and hopefully now, because I think we've seen this before, right? With the Wyatt family coming through somewhere there with Solo and his crew back in however long it was. And I'm hoping that they would, really, make this thing work and kind of, intertwine the storylines in between somewhere to kind of just, keep that thing going until the right time. I mean, listen, WrestleMania is around the corner.
Yes, sir.
Right? We're like April, 3 or 4 months from now. And, man, can you imagine going back to the Allegiant Stadium and then just to have the Wyatt family's entrance in that whole, however they do that with smoke coming out from the bleachers and, the whole crew of the Wyatts, somehow the entrance that they can create. I think it'll be a badass, awesome experience for the fans there, especially for a huge thing like WrestleMania. And then, I would love to see, I'm really digging the MFT's new look with the paint.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, yep.
So I think it'll be real, hopefully, I don't know what they got plans. How are they gonna, or even if they do have plans together for WrestleMania. But, I think, something like a huge gimmick type of match between Solo and the MFTs versus the Wyatt family. I don't know. Maybe take it from there to a graveyard or something. You know what I'm saying? Just to add some type of spectacular, special attraction type of match, because there's no belts involved, and both teams like gimmicks, you know what I mean? You got like Solo with the gangster type of look, and then you got these guys here with Wyatt, man, who's, hey, I feel like, in due time they haven't really got their their fair share of push of the Wyatt family, which can really be a good marketing type of faction. I mean, the brother, Bray Wyatt. We there is no way that we can all not forget about Bray Wyatt and say, his character or remember his character, how over it was. His character transcend not only here in the United States, but all the way across the ocean, right? Across the pond. I mean, UK, you name it. And if we were to protect, his brother and his crew and kind of really build that, be very cautious how they build it the right way, I think you got you a winner on with the Wyatt Sicks.
And then eventually it's going to boil down to Solo and Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas. It's going to have to boil down to just those two.
But building up to that.
Yeah.
Building up to that to where, these teams here, they warred so much now it comes down to the two leaders, right? So the storyline, it has to be a hook to where people are really, really engaged and focused in and following these two crews here to be able to be an added attraction or have a good spot to be able to be in WrestleMania. I feel that's an exciting match to be able to add there.
Yes, sir. Your thoughts on Bo Dallas's progress as Uncle Howdy?
Yeah.
He had huge shoes to fill coming in. Excuse me, after Bray Wyatt unfortunately passed away, and he took on the Uncle Howdy gimmick, which I love, by the way, and I'm excited. So I feel like this is maybe their momentum with the MFTs. How would you grade his process thus far on a 1 to 10 basis? Bo Dallas to Uncle Howdy.
Well, 10 for effort.
Okay. Yeah.
Very 10 for a big 10 for effort. But I mean, can you imagine him like being in his shoes? You know, you come in and you're trying to come through and you're stepping. They put you right in the same shoes as an icon of Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. That I know for for the brother Bo that his heart, it has to be full blown ahead. Meaning whatever he can do to be able to really, not only continue to build the legacy that his brother has left, and now for him to step in those shoes there, I would hope that again, it's a team effort. Right? And Bo can't do it by himself, right? Because, he's going to need help from vignettes. He's going to need help on TV, certain people that they book against Bo to really make this thing go. Because you don't want to book him in here and book him every now and then it's like, okay, there's no traction.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it's like, well, you don't want the mysterious of a vibe of the Wyatt family to kind of just fade away, right? And so there's certain ways they don't have to be in a match, but there's certain ways you can incorporate certain stuff into the shows. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-hour show, I believe. So, in order to keep this guy or any talent, but we're talking about Bo. There's certain ways you can incorporate his, promos or videos in it just to kind of keep him fresh in the people's minds.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Just be patient, man. You know what I mean, Bo?
Yep.
Listen, be patient, man, and congratulations, stepping into your brother's, shoes, and do your best. Do your best, and I'm sure you're gonna knock it out the park. But just know this, that we all behind you, man. Let's make it happen.
Yes, sir.
A big shout out. I want to send I read something online. A friend of mine sent me about, his father, Mike Rotundo.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Me and Mike Rotundo, I mean, we go, way back like 4 flats on the Cadillac. I heard he wasn't feeling good and so forth. So, my prayers go out to him. Yeah. I hope he feels better of what he's going through. And, send your pops my love, man. Love and respect as always, Mike Rotundo.
I remember when he walked up to you. We were at WrestleMania last year. You were waiting for the ride. We were leaving, and he walked up behind you. That was the first time I saw that he had a walker. Mm. Yeah. So much positive thoughts to Mike Rotundo, and hope he gets better. We're still talking about Solo. Like I said, he's had a really busy last few weeks. He lost to Gunther in the tournament to face John Cena for his final match. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean. Again, it's one of those bookings. Mm. Why? Mm. That's you know what I mean. There was nobody else in the locker room that's not really figured in on anything to be able to go up against Gunther. I mean, the match between Gunther and Solo, not having a program, I thought it was an A+ match.
Absolutely,
it's very difficult for two heels to go out there, and you kind of have that match and then slowly have the fans kind of shift over, of liking, picking the baby face and the heel now. But I really thought, it was a good match, for me, to be able to see my son go out there and test his skills against, another heel, it made me proud that they figured it out, and plus, he had a good guy to work with. Gunther ain't no walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to both of them.
Yeah.
Again, for me, it's like, if you gonna ask me, I'm gonna tell you, and it's like, damn. Number one, why? Number two, was there not anybody else? You know what I mean? Because now you bring a guy who's got momentum. Solo got momentum doing his thing, and then when you book him on certain matches, whether it be Solo or anybody else, but when you have a team like that that's got momentum, and then you just throw him in there just for the sake of putting somebody else to go to the next level, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So hey, don't be afraid to. You gotta speak sometimes, But hey, what do I know?
So we got and it was awesome when he was mocking Gunther when he slid him, he shoved. He threw him into the ring post, and he started mocking him right there in the center of the ring. I think people are really gravitating towards Solo. His personality is really...
Solo's he's a character.
He is funny.
Right?
It's showing.
Can you imagine when Solo started to switch babyface? In their mind, where they start to think, okay, when they switch him babyface, and just let him do him, oh my goodness. Oh my, man, he'll be doing every personal appearance as a babyface for the company for the next decade. You know what I mean? And then to really know how this cat is, man, it's a treat to see. But in due time.
Yes, sir.
In due time.
So we got Gunther, who advanced in the tournament. He's going to face John Cena at Saturday night's main event, which I believe is this weekend coming up. It's John Cena's final match ever.
Big shout out to Gunther, and you get ready to wrestle the GOAT. That's a huge accomplishment in itself.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that they pick you
to know that you're going out. The GOAT himself is about ready to, to exit out of the industry, and to know that you're the guy that's going to be, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm assuming it ain't like Gunther's going to do a job for that. You know what I mean, for that day. But we never know in wrestling.
Right.
There could be a curveball being thrown in, and John Cena whoops Gunther, and then there it is. And then where do we go from there? John goes out with a big W. And the career is great. And then here's Gunther. Where do we go with Gunther now? Again, I'm always just booking wise.
So if you were booking it, Kish, how would you book it?
Well,
how do you end John Cena's story? Like, man, what a career.
Well, you can still let John Cena go over. But there needs to be something there to where either Solo Sikoa runs back in and then lay out Gunther. It's got to be some type of heat to where they've never seen Solo like this before. Like, that's how serious it was. Like, for Solo, it was personal. I wanted my hands on John Cena for what John Cena did to my father back in the day. I've held this. I've seen this as a young kid when I used to come with my father to the arena, and I see what you done to my father back in the day. And I held that with me, grudge as a kid. I am now 20. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We can go with it, and that right there. And I'm just spitting out solutions. I'm not telling you but solutions as a fan. You know what I mean? You want to create some type of, you want to create something like, damn, is that real? Did he really hold that anger in him all these years? You see what I'm saying? And then out the end, here we go. John Cena got the W. Thank you, GOAT, very much. But what? The show goes on.
Yes, sir.
All right, but hey, that's just me. What do I know?
Know a lot. We're gonna before we end here, Big Kish, we're gonna back it up. I didn't get to speak with you about War Games, and there was a few things that happened at War Games that are worth talking about and mentioning here today. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was this was before War Games. I believe it was the SmackDown before or whatnot. He's coming out, making the big entrance, and he falls and he lands right on his ass. And as the kids would say, he lost aura points. That's what the kids would say.
Aura points.
Did you see the fall?
No, I didn't.
Okay. It was okay. So you remember the Shockmaster, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just think of the Shockmaster, but reverse. Brock Lesnar fell on his ass, and I'm not making fun of Brock Lesnar in any way, manner, shape, or form. Believe me,
that's not the guy you want to make fun of.
No, not
Trust
at all.
me.
No. Believe me, you.
Well, now I got to go watch it. You know.
Well, because the reason why I'm asking is because back in your career, has there ever been a moment on television where something very embarrassing happened to you?
Oh, yeah. Many a times, man.
Can we hear one of them?
well, just coming through, like you come out on your entrance, you get ready to go through the ropes, and, about size 16 bare feet, trips on the bottom rope, take a bump right on your face. You got to see how funny that is. So that's something only the boys will laugh at, right? But, of course, the pro that I am, you kind of just get up and just kind of look around like, did my own partner trip me? You know what I mean? But, yeah, man, it's embarrassing, but you can't show that. I'm sure. I got to go look at it now.
Yes, sir.
For Brock, I'm sure Brock didn't sell it, though.
He completely
did
not.
He completely because that's the pro. That's the pro in the pro. You don't sell stuff like that. He
didn't sell it at all. As a matter of fact, he looked like he was just having a lot of fun out there. But
yeah, well, you say like Shockmaster, man.
Yeah,
Shockmaster sold it. Boy, did he sell it, boy. I think he sold it and got fired. Oh, my God.
Oh, poor Tugboat. I love Fred.
Love your friend.
Right. Oh, man. So my next question. Go down in history, boy. My next question to you was going to ask you which fall was greater, but you didn't see the Brock Lesnar. I'm going to just assume that you saw the Shockmaster. The whole world,
of course,
saw the Shockmaster. Okay, so basically, walking to the ring, tripping to the ropes. Is there anything else you can think of that has happened to you on your way to the ring that's a little embarrassing?
No, I was just slipping on baby oil out there. Walking out, coming through the aisle. But house show. Wasn't on the cameras or nothing like that. But house show. But I don't know, for something as big as a show as Survivor Series, and take a bump like that, and then pop back up. I'm assuming Brock popped right back up.
Oh, yeah, real quick.
So, yeah, I don't know, boy. A big show like that. I never took a bump on a big show, a big pay-per-view, man. It was always like the house shows, back in the day in the barns and stuff.
So I believe that the fall was on
50 people.
Right. The fall was on a TV show, but the pay-per-view, War Games, of course, the fall didn't matter because Team Lesnar was victorious. And, man, at this War Games, there was a spot where I think CM Punk and Cody did Doomsday Device with Braun Breaker.
Okay.
And Braun Breaker, it was a nasty bump. A lot of people saw it. Braun Breaker landed on the top of his head. It was a little ugly landing.
Wow.
And that wanted me to ask you, was there ever a move out there that you were a little, because I know you're fearless.
Well, I took the same bump.
You've taken the Doomsday Device.
I've taken that. If you look, I think it was Clash of the Titans in Carolina someplace. Clash of the Titans or something like that. Anyhow, it was a pay-per-view, us and Paul Heyman with my cousin Samu, and I mean, it was like a good 10-minute match. And then the finish was that. I was up on Joe's shoulder, Animal's shoulder, and of course, Hawk coming off with the flying clothesline from the top. But when he went to launch my legs, it kind of launched and then went zip. Right? So as soon as he launched me, when I got hit with the clothesline came to me, but it didn't go all the way through, meaning it hit me and my head just went straight down. And so when it went, I was like every bit of, I don't know, about 270.
Oh, my God.
I was about 270, and it kind of, it peeled me like a damn pretzel. So when I landed, that's most of my the bump went on the back of my vertebrae and the back of my shoulder blade. So I was really like just kind of bent over 200, however much pounds on top of my neck. But I seen that bump. And when I seen that bump, I was just waiting just to see, his reaction after, and I could kind of see him. First thing I did was just kind of move my neck around just to kind of feel it. And then I'm moving my fingers around. But yeah, that bump, man, it's if you don't time it right to really get flipped over, the chances are you're you're gonna come from here to here, and that's not a good. It's not a good bump there, you know.
Did you ever take it again?
Hell no. No. Yeah, I got smart then. I got smart.
It came to you.
Yeah, it came to me. I thought about it long enough. I let Sammy do it. I told Sammy, it's your turn, man. It's your turn.
Oh, man.
Hey, but that's what we do, right?
Yes, sir.
That's exactly what we do.
That's right. Got one more question for you, Big Key. So at this War Games, a masked attacker came in and he attacked one person only. He went straight for CM Punk.
Yeah.
Took him out. Now is actually what helped Team Lesnar gain the win, was this masked attacker who also just showed up on Monday Night Raw. So there's a lot of speculation who this masked attacker is right now. So far, names in the hat right now are Chris Jericho, Austin Theory. Let's see, there was Seth Rollins, because the curb stomp, they're saying that looks a lot like Seth Rollins, but it doesn't make sense because the Vision, they kicked out Seth Rollins. Why would he help? My question to you, Big Keish, is do you have any idea who that masked attacker is right now? Is anybody in mind?
I don't. For me, I'm kind of stuck there too. You know, when we see a guy that comes in there like that, with a hoodie all black, and the only thing we can kind of measure up is like, the body of the guy, right? Or even if it is a guy, how do we know if it's a guy or a girl? Right. But then that stomp, man, that was real close to Seth Rollins' stomp.
Right. But then
he threw that so good. You know what I mean? But then what threw me off was that savate kick. Right? You don't really see Austin Theory throw a savate kick like that. Right?
Right.
So I don't know. Unless it's somebody coming up from NXT that's got some steam going. And, if anything, to make a impact on that certain person, that would be the spot to put that person in there. So I don't know, but whoever got that spot, I'm gonna say it first, and is congratulations.
There is some
get
talk,
ready to make some bank.
There is some talk that it could be Montez Ford from the Street Profits because of the agility of the person, the masked attacker, the way they were able to scale the fence. They're saying that can't be Jericho because he's a little older. I don't know. I think I can scale that fence, maybe. I don't know, with some liquid courage. I don't know. I think so, just because he's in his 40s, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want it to be Jericho.
Montez Ford.
Yeah, they're saying his name is
with the
up.
Vision.
No, but that like you just mentioned, it could be somebody coming up from the ranks that is this is their moment. Maybe it's somebody new from NXT. Maybe it is Montez Ford. We don't know. I'm kind of hoping it is Jericho. They're saying that there is talk that Jericho might be returning back and having some kind of retirement angle. First of all, would you like to see? I think we've talked about this. You'd like to see Jericho back and retire in the WWE, right?
Oh, 100%.
Right.
I mean, that's Jericho. That's coming back home.
Yes, sir. There it is.
You know what I mean? You went out there, you made all that bag. Good for him. Now you come back and you get more bag and you retire where you started from. You know what I mean? You always want to finish up in WWE.
Right.
Anything less than that, man, you ain't going out the right way. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I thought it was, for me, it'd be nice to see Moxley.
He's been doing curb stomps. He's still doing those curb stomps.
If you think about that, you know what I mean? Like, Moxley comes in and then boom, hits that on CM Punk. I kind of see Moxley because do we see Brock Lesnar gonna be there full time?
No.
Right. So for the Vision, when the time is right for Seth Rollins to come through, boom, there's a seed right there planted between the two. Of course, they're going show each other love and respect because there were at one time there was that moment from that understanding what they used to talk about back in the day that they both had beef with Roman, right? And so somewhere down the line, out of the blues, these three guys form up again as the Shield. whatever how they run that storyline to connect these three back together, man, come on.
Wow.
Now you just put, but I would probably see these guys go as heels. Let them run as heels first and put your best babyface together to be able to run storylines with these guys. And just let these guys here, the Shield, just run through everybody. Then when the time is right, after a year or so, you switch these three Shield to a babyface. You watch how big of a babyface you know that huge merchandise explosion. Because now you get them all three. You can go single, however you want to do it, man. So from a business standpoint, man, what do I know?
Well, Big Kish, that's a lot. And as always, it's good to see you. Before we go, do you have any final words?
No, man, you know, just it's simple, man. Just want to wish everybody a happy holidays out there. You know, and, you know, 2026 is around the corner. You remember, it's always free to be kind to one another, man. And, you know, embrace life. Embrace life in general, man. You know, every day, it's not promised for us to be able to give it another day, to be able to wake up and see our loved ones, you know, see our families, see our peoples that are around us, you know, those that you rock with, you know. And at the end of the day, man, it's just doing the best that you can do and be the best version of you, you know. So, you know, free to be kind to one another. And always, as always, you know, smarten up. We out. Salute and kampai.